All right, Oski, let's get it. Okay, turn it off. That's all we can afford. What's going on, you guys? Steve here. Let's check out some more really weird DJ adjacent products. I made a video about this not too long ago, and you guys really liked it, so let's run it back. First up is the JD by Circuit Mess. Circuit Mess is a company that makes tech that you build yourself. Everything from smartphones to a DJ mixer. It's a pretty small mixer, but it's fully functional. It has EQ, volume trim, and a crossfader. Technically, you can really rock a gig with this thing. Should you throw out your S11 for this? Probably not, but it is cool that something like this exists for hobbyists. The Supreme Techniques collab. I love how vinyl snobs treat SL1200s like holy texts. Meanwhile, the company is making some hype beast stuff like this. You can say whatever you want about modern hardware, CDJs, and Pioneer, but they're not making stuff like this. They did make that collab with Virgil Abloh and Off-White, but other than that, they don't make hypebeast stuff like this. The only difference between this one and a regular unit is the Supreme logo. It costs almost 3 times the price of a regular one on the resale market, so there's that. The Pacemaker by Tonium. This is hands down one of the coolest and weirdest things I've ever seen. The Pacemaker is an MP3 player that you can mix on. Technically, this is the world's smallest all-in-one DJ system. The Pacemaker was made by Tonium, a Swedish company, in 2008. What's crazy is this thing looks like a Garmin GPS or something. The 2 dash buttons in the middle are deck select. The long strip under those is the crossfader. You can swipe on the circular trackpad at the bottom to control things like BPM, cue points, and effects. The unit also has a line out so you can gig with this thing. It also has a headphone jack and over 120 gigs of storage. I think this thing is pretty cool. It offers the key features of a CDJ, with the form factor of a Fire Stick remote. Beat Mania. Beat Mania is a Japanese rhythm game made by Konami in 1999. They're also the same company that made Dance Dance Revolution. The arcade machine has a wide control panel that somewhat resembles a DJ controller. The gameplay is pretty close to Dance Dance Revolution, except you use your hands instead of your feet. Honestly, I discovered this game when I was researching for this video, and for the longest time I thought that DJ Hero was the one and only DJ video game, but I was very wrong. This game is a whole franchise, and it's very popular in Japan. Unfortunately, the game never saw a Western release, but there are arcades and collectors that have imported the game. The Hercules DJ Control Air. This is by far one of the weirdest things in life that I've ever heard of. It's essentially a DJ controller with motion sensors. The unit doesn't have knobs for things like effects. You activate those with the motion sensors. Essentially, you adjust the parameters of those things by waving your hand over the unit. It functions very similar to the Xbox Kinect. In theory, this is something like Iron Man tech. In practice, it's a nightmare. Reviews claim that the motion sensors are very inconsistent. I actually watched a couple videos online, and it looks like people are casting spells when they're trying to use this thing. The Numark Orbit. Speaking of movement, the Numark Orbit is a wireless MIDI controller. This thing reminds me of ELO album covers. It has 4 pad banks, which give you up to 64 mappable buttons. At face value, this is an alternative to the Novation Dicer or the SP1. The main gimmick is this thing is wearable, and it also has motion sensors. You're supposed to wear this thing around your neck, on your wrist, or even on your belt like a belt buckle. By wearing the unit on your body, you can take full advantage of the motion sensors, activating things like filters and effects. Honestly, I respect the concept, but ain't nobody trying to wear something like this. The VCI 300. The VCI 300 is one of the world's first MIDI DJ controllers. The main selling point for this thing was its compact size. It was marketed as an easy alternative for crate-lugging vinyl DJs. There were entire marketing campaigns around this time trying to convert vinyl DJs. This thing was plug and play with early versions of Serato, and it offered a bunch of features that we don't even think twice about now, but at the time, they were innovative. Most of the features of the VCI 300 offered at the time aren't even mentioned on branding for new products now. They're just considered no-brainers. Technically, this is making the list because at the time it was kind of divisive and a foreign concept to DJ with a laptop, but now it's pretty commonplace. This thing ran for almost $1,000 at release, which is interesting because units like this nowadays run for about half that. The VFX-1. The VFX-1 is an add-on for the VCI 300. It's a pretty straightforward unit that just controls the effects. It's on this list because with early DJ controllers, effects were considered an add-on luxury. The Bathing Ape DJ collabs. Bape is a Japanese clothing brand created by designer and DJ Nigo. Bape is heavily inspired by the Planet of the Apes franchise. The company is most known for the camel print they stamp on almost everything they make. They've done collabs with pretty much everyone and everything, from Jazzy Jeff and Lil Yachty to Hello Kitty. The company made a vinyl record shoulder bag, they did a collab with Keith Haring, as well as a collab with Steve Aoki. I guess that's all I got for this one. You guys let me know what you think in the comments. Did you guys know about any of these products? Did I miss anything out there? Let me know. As always, I appreciate you guys, and I'll catch you in the next one.